Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're making rosemary dinner rolls, just in time for the holidays. Let's get started. We have 2 packets of active dry yeast, half a cup of warm water, 3 tablespoons of sugar. Add the yeast and some of the sugar to the water. We're going to mix this and set it aside for 5 minutes so it can foam up. During those 5 minutes, we're going to add the remaining sugar to another bowl, 1 egg, plus 3/4 of a cup of warm milk, 3 tablespoons of softened butter, and 3 tablespoons of fresh rosemary and 1½ teaspoons of salt. As a side note here, I did not have any fresh rosemary on hand, but I did have dried rosemary. I assumed it wouldn't matter, but it does. I noticed only some pieces of rosemary had softened during the mixing and baking process, and because of that, I did come across some slightly crunchy bits. I don't know if it was my rosemary, maybe it expired, or the fact that I probably should have just used fresh rosemary but didn't. So word to the wise, if you're thinking you can substitute fresh for dry, you might could get away with it, but you should probably just play it safe and use the fresh stuff. To this bowl, we're going to add in our flour and our yeast mixture. That's 3½ cups of flour in total. This is the part where we would normally toss the dough into our stand mixer and let the dough hook knead all of the dough for 5 minutes, but in our rush to move across the country in 2019, it got left behind. So guess that means we're gonna have to mix this bad boy by hand for a whole 5 minutes. Once we're done mixing, we're going to cover it with plastic wrap and let it rest for 15 minutes. While the dough is resting, we're going to grease our 9x13 dish with butter. Once our 15 minutes of timeout is up, we're gonna pull out our dough and divide it into 12 equal parts and shape into balls. Once we've transferred all of our balls to the dish, we're going to cover and let rest for an hour. Once they finish their nap, we're going to brush the tops with a whisked egg. Just so you know, if your egg wash pulls anywhere on the bottom of the pan, yes, you will have a wee bit of what looks like scrambled eggs on the bottom of your rolls. I did get a little bit on a roll or two, but it didn't hurt anything or change the flavor. I just saw it and laughed. You live and learn. Into the oven at 350 degrees for 23 to 26 minutes. Aside from those 2 mistakes, using the dry instead of the fresh rosemary and the small amount of pooled egg wash, this was a really good dinner roll. Will I make it again? You bet I will. With the holidays right around the corner, I thought it would be fun to try out a new dinner roll recipe. Let me know in the comments below what type of dinner rolls you make during the holidays. As always, thank you so much for watching my video, and if you like this video and would like to see more, please like and subscribe to my channel.